Welcome back, everyone, to Healing and Heals. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something that I don't think we talk about enough when it comes to healing and spiritual growth and what happens when the version of you that everyone was comfortable with doesn't exist anymore. But I'm psychic medium Daniel Monroe, and we have Miss Shayla. Happy Tuesday, Shayla.
Happy Tuesday, Daniel.
What a day. What an evening. What a week. So we are going to be talking about the side of healing that like people don't really want to like touch on or get into or even like admit to. But before we get in all of that, make sure you guys come on in, say hello, say where you're from, what you're up to, what are you wearing? What are you doing? Listen, if you're in pajamas, I'm like so jealous. I'm not going to lie. I've been in skinny jeans all day here at the office. And then I went home for lunch and then came back. But before we fully get into tonight's episode, I do have to let you guys know that I'm doing Cocktails in Spirit here in Ridgefield, Washington, where I connect with your departed loved ones. And it's such a beautiful, fun venue. And honey, clearly I'm gay. And I love to make everything pedazzly and fun. So we're even, we do themes. So this upcoming theme is Cowboy Couture. And I got my little cowboy hat. Shayla, did you get yours?
Yes, we did.
Yay! And it's going to be so much fun. So if you're in Ridgefield, Washington, we did sell out. And then the venue contacted me this morning and said, hey, we're going to add in 20 more spots. And so we only have 5 tickets left. So if you are in Vancouver, Washington, Battle Ground, Washington, the Portland metro area, or even Ridgefield, and you want to come, go and grab your tickets because I'm not doing another one for a minute. It is the last one and it's summertime and it's going to be beautiful and fun. So come on out. Make sure you guys say hello and where you're from. Shayla, why don't you go ahead and tell the children on the live and everything what your outfit is going to be? I don't even think you fully told me your outfit.
I'm still conceptualizing the outfit, to be honest with you.
Should we take a vote?
Hat. What?
Should we vote? Like, are you struggling with it?
No.
Oh, then what do you mean?
I think I know. Well, I only just got the hat. So like I have to put the rest of it together around the hat. Now that we're outside, I have to change my shoes. So I got to make sure it still fits.
What?
We're outside now. You just told me earlier that we're outside, so I got to get different shoes.
Oh, I thought you meant like currently we're outside. I was like, what?
No, I just got to make sure that my shoes are comfy and everything. And then I can, sprint over to people to give them a mic.
Yeah. Well, it's still like concrete and stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not like ground because me, I'm like, honey, I'm in heels, so like I'm not standing in grass. You got me messed up.
Wondering what you were doing to us, to be honest.
No, if that was the case, you would have to carry me. Like I am not wearing heels in grass.
Okay.
I would break my ankle. My God. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what you are wearing?
Denim on denim with glitz and glams, a pound of makeup, stacked lashes, a good fragrance, sparkly heels. It's a typical night.
That is fair.
Yeah, it's a typical night. I have so much fun doing shows and connecting with people and providing healing and fun. But that's the thing about Spirit. They don't want you crying all the time, right? They want you to enjoy life and live life and embrace life. And that's why when I do my shows and when we created Cocktails in Spirit, I really sat back and was like, you know what? Let's make it fun. Let's elevate it. Because when we get to laugh and we get to come together as a community and we get to embrace the moment and be in the moment and raise our vibration, that's when Spirit truly can come in and come through a lot stronger. And it makes my job easier when we're all liquored up having fun. So why not? They don't call it spirits for no reason, honey. But no, and I truly, you guys, I don't even get drunk. Like it's not my thing, but they do have delicious drinks. They have delicious mocktails. So again, go and grab your tickets. There's only 5 left. I can't believe it.
Oh, amazing.
It's so much fun. All right. So let's get into tonight's lovely topic of why your healing era might be making people mad. I don't know if we can say pissing people off, but we'll see. But have you ever noticed that when you start healing or you start this new journey of evolving. And that's the
Mhm.
thing, that we're supposed to be evolving. We're supposed to be growing, that some people actually get mad at you.
Oh yeah.
Like, and listen, because everybody loves to talk about entertaining your healing era, and social media tells us to protect our peace and set boundaries and stop people pleasing and regulate our nervous system and cut off toxic relationships, trust our intuition, and stop giving people access to our energy.
Yeah.
And listen, I 100% agree with a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a part of healing that isn't nearly as cute or aesthetically pleasing, if you will. Well, like sometimes you heal, and when you heal, you make people mad. It rubs them the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you start setting boundaries, the people who benefited from having you all the time and having access to you,
Mm-hmm.
they might not even start noticing that you are setting these boundaries and you are trying to evolve. And
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have that access to you, they start looking at you a different way, or calling you, a diva or bitchy, or just, again, because they're not used to you saying the word no. And when you start realizing your self-worth, and you start having your self-worth changing, your relationships can also start to adjust and start to change. And then when you start trusting yourself, you might stop needing everyone else's approval. And that's kind of the goal, right? That's the goal of healing, and the goal of leveling up and evolving and turning into that beautiful butterfly. And when you go through even a spiritual awakening or becoming more self-aware, sometimes friendships and your family dynamics and even your romantic relationships or partnerships start looking very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why tonight I wanted to talk about this, and why it's so interesting and kind of my favorite topic. It's because somebody upset with a new version of you doesn't automatically mean that you're the problem, that you're toxic.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're setting that boundary and you're outgrowing a relationship. And sometimes somebody really is uncomfortable because they can no longer manipulate you or have the same access to you. And sometimes, babe, let me tell you might actually be the problem. And that's where you have to truly take a step back and be like, am I the problem? Or you might be the problem in the aspect of you were allowing it. You were condoning it. You were truly setting people up to get used to taking from you.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, there is a trend happening. And a lot of people nowadays are talking about, like, I'm in therapy and, my zodiac sign is X, Y, and Z, so I'm allowed to do X, Y, and Z. And then you have the spiritual language of, I'm protecting my peace, right? That's my boundary. My nervous system can't handle this. We don't align energetically. Or this one, you're gaslighting me. Every time. Like, let me tell you, and put in the comments if you keep hearing people like using that as an excuse. Yes, people do gaslight.
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I'm saying people are using it as a crutch when they don't. I had this one friend who was like, if that's true, then call your partners and whatever. And I was like, okay. So I called them and I put it on speaker. And they were like, no, you absolutely did make out with X, Y, and Z. Like, we all saw it. She's like, no. Now you all are gaslighting me. And it's like, no, girl.
Yeah.
You made out with them. Like, we all saw it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're at home. I just called them, put it on speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no, you're gaslighting me. And it's like, I literally had to tell this friendship. And honestly, we don't even talk anymore because that was like her go-to. This person's gaslighting me. This is my boundary. And you hurt me. And it's like, you asked me.
Yeah.
And because you didn't get the answer that you were like wanting. Now, listen, past me would have kissed someone's, booty because I didn't want to rock the boat. Yeah. But that's like part of my healing is like, no, like if you ask me, I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard, oh my God, you're gaslighting me?
I actually haven't heard that one very much.
Really?
I've heard it happen to other people, but I have not had that happen to me very frequently.
Well, that's good. You're lucky. But let me tell you, when you have people using those, terms or, verbiage that they hear a therapist say or a podcast say, or even Daniel Monroe say, and you use it to avoid like difficult conversations or taking accountability, that's not healing either. Real healing isn't just learning how to say, you hurt me. It's developing enough self-awareness to ask, where might I be hurting people too? Like, what did I do to play a part in this? And that's where true growth and healing happens. And that's the aspect that we're like getting into tonight, right? We're talking about people pleasing and boundaries and outgrowing friendships and toxic family dynamics and protecting your own energy and your own spiritual awakening. And this one, emotional maturity. That's the one that I love, like the verbiage more, the emotional maturity aspect, because you can truly tell the difference between genuine protecting like your peace and just avoiding the crap you don't want to deal with. And that's truly a game changer, right? That's what we hope for as like a spiritual teacher or a life coach or a psychic or a medium, that when we have clients that, you know, spirit sees both sides, and sometimes you got to take accountability, but you also have to be able to highlight what it is that you're needing and what it is that you're willing to change for yourself. And that's the key aspect that people don't realize. Like, you can't expect change without you doing the work.
Yeah. Change is uncomfortable.
Why do I feel like you want to say something?
I do not.
Oh, no. But I understand the aspect that we like kind of go back and forth with, like, am I healing or am I just being rude? Or am I, you know, the meanie? Am I the bitchy one? And we're going to give each real life scenarios, hopefully, if Shayla wants to share some. But I will. I don't give a shit.
I might have some.
Oh, she's ready. She's like, hold on, let me grab my notebook. I'm ready. She's got her pen. She's ready to go. But we're going to give like real life scenarios, and we want you guys to comment like down below your guys' story. Like, what is it? Have you guys been healing and, you know, that affected other people? Or the way that like my therapist explained it years ago was, imagine you dealing with someone who is like a narcissist or someone who is self-centered, and they're so used to having access to you, and you finally say no. What happens when you tell a kid no? They throw a temper tantrum. They throw themselves. I hope my kids don't do this. I'm sure they will. They throw themselves on the ground. They freak out and they make this bigger situation because you told them no when they're used to getting their way.
Yeah.
And that's going to be normal, and that's going to be okay. I remember my mom telling me, like, hey, when I, you know, call, you just don't say anything. Why? And I go, because you don't ask. You're so used to me just like allowing you to call and complain about X, Y, and Z and say X, Y, and Z. And then literally I'm like, okay, I got to go. Bye. And I've been on the phone for 45 minutes. And then now you're upset because I'm just going, I call it my Kim K voice. I go, yeah. Yeah. Wild. And she's like, well, you're not saying anything, because I'm not going to feed into it, because I don't care, because you didn't even take 2 seconds to say, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And that became such a big thing.
Yeah.
It became this moment of, you only care about you. And it's like, so what I called out in you, now all of a sudden you're flipping it, or I'm on my high horse. My mom would always say that, when you're on your high horse. And it's like, because I asked you to pause for 2 seconds for once and say, how are you? How are the babies? Like something. Yeah. So I want you guys to know, like, it's going to happen, right? Hello, Tiffany, my love. Come on in. Make sure you guys say hello, where you're from, what's up, what are you doing? We're talking about why your healing era might be making people mad or rubbing them the wrong way. So let's talk about this one, and put in the comments, you guys, if you've noticed this during your spiritual awakening or your journey of growing and developing or healing. Why does healing change your relationships? Have you guys noticed that? So let's kind of like pull it back a little bit and start here, because I think this is where people get so confused. We hear things like, I'm outgrowing people, or we're not energetically aligned anymore. But what does that actually mean? Do you have any ideas, any insight?
I think, when you start feeling like you're not, aligned with somebody anymore, it's because the person that you were in that relationship no longer exists.
Yeah.
And so you either have to relearn how to re-relate to each other or recognize that that relationship is not going to follow you into the next stage.
Yeah. Well, even like romantic relationships or like friendships, you may be used to being the friend that who always answered the phone, and they might be used to that, and you're used to being the person everyone came to with their problems.
Yeah.
And maybe you kept the peace in the family, or you always apologized first when you weren't even wrong. My mom always had me do that, be the bigger person, and I'm like, girl, I'm the youngest of 7. Like, when they gonna grow up? Or maybe you were terrified of someone just being mad at you, and so you always try not to like rock that boat. Or maybe you stayed quiet because conflict felt unsafe for you. And then one day you just start working on yourself, and then you start developing self-worth, and then you start recognizing your people-pleasing patterns, and you start setting those damn boundaries. And then you learn that somebody being disappointed in you doesn't automatically mean you've done something wrong.
Right.
That's changing the relationship because you've changed the role inside of it that you played.
Got it.
Remember how I said like taking like accountability and pulling it back, and that's where true healing comes from? I remember there was this family friend that we had, and I love her to pieces, and I only got to spend like 3 months with her. And those 3 months truly changed my life. And she literally passed, but she was such a wild ride, and the most fun, most heartfelt, most loving human being ever. And one day my partner and I were like going through something, and I was sitting with her. Her name was Autumn, and I was complaining about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Autumn, like he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that and blah blah blah. And you know what she said to me? She goes, well, sometimes, honey, you continue to do something and that forces them into not doing X, Y, and Z. Or you end up telling them no and saying no, and then one day they stop doing it, but it's because you created that. And I looked at her and I was like, bitch, how dare you? Like, I was just like, what? But it's true. That actually put it into perspective for me. And I don't think she even realized like how that perspective and like point of view truly changed a lot, not only my relationship, but my career and things like that, where I'll take a step back and I literally will be like, you know what did I do that either allowed this or stopped this? And I think I was complaining about how my partner wouldn't hold the door open at the time and wouldn't bring home flowers and this and that. But she was right. Ryan, are we back? Is my mic back? I got a weird notification saying my mic got muted. We're good? Thumbs up? Can't really hear me? I wonder if I... Hold on, you guys. Technical difficulties.
Been a day of them.
Girl. It literally kicked us off of our good mic. Maybe it's Autumn. She's like, bitch, don't be putting my business out there.
You got people in the comments saying thumbs up and you're back.
Yeah, it's going off for the iMac, so they won't be able to hear you.
Yeah, it sounds like we can hear you okay. It's just that the microphone isn't working correctly.
R&R, hold on.
If you want to continue, you're fine to go ahead unless you want to troubleshoot further.
Hold on. Because then they won't be able to hear Shayla. Let me see if I can get it back, you guys. 1 second.
We can hear Shayla. It's
Shayla,
just
talk?
a lot lower. It just sounds like audio inside of the room.
Oh no. 1 second. But yeah, let us know down below, you guys, your journey, your guys' story.
I saw Melissa posted some about her story.
Do you want to kind of read that but project your voice while I?
Sure. In my experience, when I try to heal and grow, my ex freaks out and does everything imaginable to make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. They, in essence, lose control over me.
What's some advice that you have for that, Shayla?
I was thinking.
Oh. Sorry, multitasking.
Yeah. I guess it would, I hate giving advice if I don't know what they want to know. I think you just kind of have to keep doing you. If your ex keeps freaking out because they're trying to control you, then I would question whether or not if they had a role in my future.
But no, so what I was saying, and I'm sorry you went through that, my love. Like sometimes that's the thing too, is the old saying, like hurt people, but people who are afraid of losing control will tighten the reins in certain situations because again that's their own small ego situations, right? And the fear of being alone. There's so many aspects that kind of like go into that of why. Here we go. I think it's back. Shayla, try talking.
Hi. Hello. How's it going?
Yay. Okay. We fixed it. I don't know why I had to just unplug it, plug it back in. Old school. Yeah. Old school tech. But no, so that's what I was saying. And so I was literally complaining about, my partner not doing X, Y, and Z. And then it made me realize that she was right. How I carried myself and how I acted in the role started creating this weird dynamic, and then other people stop doing the things that we want, or the things that we're asking for. And having somebody like truly call me out for that was honestly like the first time.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it truly even changed how I carry myself in like business and in family dynamics and all of that. And so it truly is pretty wild. That again, you have to take accountability, and that's part of the growth and the healing. Shayla, have you ever realized that you were playing a specific role in somebody's life, and then when you stopped playing that role, that relationship instantly changed for you?
Absolutely.
Was it like you being the fixer, the therapist, the one who always apologized first, all of the above?
Combination of being the one who apologized first all the time, or being the villain.
Ooh, the villain? Mm-hmm. You? No.
I know, right?
No, not my little Shayla.
Yeah, sometimes you play the villain for people because then they get to be the hero. They get to look good and feel good all the time.
Yeah. You know what I learned? How other people portray you in their story. This is the control freak aspect. You don't get to control that. I used to hate that. I'm like, that's not what happened. And my friend used to like, she always has these false lashes. She just closed her eyes. She's like, can't control it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate you. I was like, shut up. But it's true. And she was right. Like, it's not, it's their story is their version. And you cannot control that. Even though like it literally thinking about it fires me, like it lights me up, because it's like, no, these are the facts, these are whatever, but it's like, and that's the control aspect, because it's like you were literally ignoring what actually happened and changing the whole narrative. And that's the wild part. Like again, that is their story, and you don't get to control that, which is shitty, and that human sucks. But I hated that.
Yeah, same.
Like girl, it's literally, I'm re-mad again, just like the earlier story.
Yeah.
But The other thing is people pleasing isn't always kindness. I have to say that. All my people pleasing people out there. Jesus, one of my Dr. Seuss. How many of y'all are people pleasers? Show of hands, Shayla. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know who I am.
Yeah, this is really tonight's intervention for Shayla. She just didn't know it. Thank you for coming. Can you imagine?
I quit.
365-day notice, honey.
Nope.
That's what we require here at the Daniel Monroe Co. You have to give us a 365-day notice.
Spirit put it in for me last year.
Last year? We didn't even know. It's in the Akashic records.
Yep.
But truly, all my people pleasers, type in a heart emoji, do a little thumbs up, put some sort of emoji in the comments. But yeah.
Me.
You people pleasing is not always kindness, you guys. And I think we do have to kind of call ourselves out here. Listen, I'm also in recovery of people pleasing, right? And I'm just, you hear this all the time. I'm just a really giving person. And maybe you are. And I don't doubt that for a minute. But sometimes that generosity that you have is actually people pleasing, right? And we're calling it generosity. But people pleasing can come from wanting approval, coming from avoiding rejection. It comes from avoiding conflict or feeling responsible for everyone else's emotional experiences. And here's where it kind of gets even more uncomfortable that Spirit has taught me. Sometimes people pleasing isn't even completely selfless. Yeah. Because if I'm constantly changing myself so you won't be upset with me, I'm trying to control how you perceive me. Dun, dun, dun.
It was me the whole time.
Yeah. What do you want from me? But people pleasing can look like kindness on the outside while feeling like self-abandonment on the inside. And like I said, I'm a recovering people pleaser. Literally, youngest of 7, we all have, either different dads or different moms, and I'm only like half related. And so I saw how broken my parent would become, and I would like promise myself I wouldn't ever hurt, this individual, and I would never do X, Y, and Z. And I put a lot of pressure on myself at the age of like 6, truly like 5 or 6. And when it started, interfering with me growing up and becoming comfortable with my sexuality, and then playing with makeup, and becoming okay with, my gifts and my abilities, that was the biggest thing that I had to start to work on, was that people pleasing aspect. And I always told myself like, oh, I would never hurt my parent the way that I've seen them broken time and time again. But I had to start telling myself like, that's not my job. That's truly not my job. And I can't please them because it's coming at the cost of my soul and my growth and what my soul truly, if I was still people pleasing and trying to make this individual happy, I wouldn't be Daniel Monroe. I wouldn't have my children. I wouldn't be doing anything. I would literally still be living on a farm, literally owning a dairy right now, probably with a wife. Ugh. Can you imagine?
No, I cannot.
Listen, I know we're doing Cowboy Couture tomorrow night, honey, but I will be the gayest cowboy in 6-inch heels, okay? But truly, like, people pleasing not only harms the other person, because again, it's it's enabling them, and it's also breaking you. When you tell yourself no, but you tell other people yes, even though you know in your heart of hearts that you can't do that, and you don't have it in you, you truly are doing a disservice to you. And that's the biggest thing I want you guys to remember. What's something you've agreed to because you didn't want somebody to be mad at you, Shayla? And then you immediately regretted it. If you see this podcast, I'm unplugging everything.
No, I was going to say borrowing a cowboy hat.
How dare you? I knew it. That's not people pleasing. That's a job requirement. That's two different things. And if that's what your job requires out of everything else, I'm mad. I'm done. Shut it down, Ryan. You could have so many other job requirements in a normal. You guys, she's mad about wearing your cowgirl hat.
Yeah. I'm mad about wearing a hat. Okay, the hats and me don't get along. I'm not even kidding. The last time I wore a hat, I scared my dog and my dad. Like, they didn't know who I was.
The last time I wore a hat, I had no hair, and I had to do it on Facebook Live and everywhere else. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of right there with you. Even though I picked the theme, I literally put on my sparkly, gayest cowgirl hat out there. And I looked in the mirror and I go, I'm triggered. I literally had it on and I was like, I feel like I'm going to go show a steer. Because I had normal, my normal outfit. And then I was like, I look like I'm in 4-H again. Yeah. I was like.
You did this to all of us.
Really. I did it. Listen, Daniel Monroe picked this. Daniel was just like, oh, I quit. So I'm right there with you, honey. I have a hat you can borrow.
Oh, that's so sweet. I have a really big head, so I don't want to mess up anybody's hat. So
if it makes you feel better, again, so many people are like, what do I get? And I have like clients like Gabby and stuff are sending me pictures. They're like, I got a hat just for this. It's fun. That's the only requirement though.
I know.
I don't even get mad at you showing up late.
Really? Because
just so we're clear. Hey, my name's on the door. I gotta be late.
Felt a tiny bit passive aggressive.
No. I'm just saying for the viewers who are like, he's making her wear a hat. No, I'm not a monster. Literally.
No. This is definitely, honestly, not saying that just because I'm sitting here. Probably one of the best jobs I've ever had.
Aw, I love you.
I love you.
And I mean that one. And I mean that one. That's so funny.
I've tapped out my hugs for the week and everything.
Yeah, she only gets one weekly hug. They're like, is he okay to work with? No. The more you talk about your work dynamic, you might need to file a grievance. I might need to file a grievance.
We need an adult here.
It's so funny. You guys haven't met Jen on the podcast, which maybe one day we'll get her on here, but we totally should. And she saw, Shayla came in and she was having like a rough day. Or actually, she didn't even look like she was having a rough day. I just looked at her and I was like, why do I feel like I have to hug you? And she was like, I don't know, but I'll take one. And so I was like, okay. So I gave her a hug and stuff. And then Jen comes around the corner and then she was like, she does seem like she needs a hug, doesn't she? Like when I got in the car, she asked me if I was okay, but I was like, yeah, she was probably projecting. And then Jen looked at me and it looked as if she was like going to ask me for a hug. And then she walks away. And then I was like, wait, did you want to hug? Mind you, like I hug my clients, like it is what it is. But like when it comes to like personal life, like, yeah. Unless like you truly need it, like I'm not like
a big hugger.
Yeah. And so, but Jen clearly is, and looks at me, and she was just like, I was like, "Were you about to go in for a hug?" And she was like, "No." And then I was like, "Do you want to?" Am I lying? Shayla was watching, and I'm like,
"I know."
Come here, and I just like grabbed her, and she's like, "Yay!" And she gave me a hug. And then I made the joke because it was only Jen here Saturday and not Shayla. I don't know what she told her, but I was like, no, I only give hugs out once a month. And she goes, once a month? You told Shayla once a week. And I was like, I'll give you however many a hug. Like she literally had it locked in her head. She was like, you give Shayla one once a week. I get one once a month. Now her healing is pissing me off.
Now this still feels like an intervention for me. That wasn't the theme for tonight.
Welcome back to Shayla's intervention.
Oh my gosh.
Blay, I hope I'm saying that right. Shayla and Daniel, do you mind if I ask for your zodiac sign? Ooh, put in the comments. What zodiac sign do you think I am? And what zodiac sign, tread lightly. What zodiac sign do you think Shayla is?
Don't tread lightly.
Joanne says, you two make me laugh. Love it. Yay, I love it.
We were talking about healing.
Yeah, we're healing. Laughing is healing. Don't be rude. One day I'm gonna come in here and Shayla's gonna have her face next to mine on the door and take a little Sharpie, put like Daniel Monroe and Shayla's. What zodiac sign do you guys think we are? Put that in the comments. That's actually a fun one.
Yeah.
Why haven't we ever done that?
I don't know.
The zodiac sign I thought Shayla was when I first met her. I'm not gonna lie, an Aquarius.
What's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most humans I meet and like bond with are Aquarius.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. What did you think I was? Tread lightly.
I refuse to tread lightly. After random intervention, I don't think so.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think about it until we sat down that day, and I was like, "Hey, can I get your chart?"
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised by, like in Placidus, I was surprised by your rising sign. That is what I will say.
What?
So Placidus is a type of chart. So you have like Placidus, whole sign. There's different kinds. Anyway, that's the one I was looking at, and I was surprised by your rising sign in that version.
What was my rising sign?
I thought we were waiting for people to.
Oh yeah. That's right, because I'm a double, right?
Do you want me to give away information right now?
No.
Or are we letting people guess?
Do you see how aggressive she hits me? Ooh, Melinda. Melinda said Shayla may be a Gemini and Daniel an Aries. Let's see what your other guesses are, you guys. Put them in the comment what zodiac sign you think I am and what Shayla is. I always make the joke, I'm a blah, blah, blah with the bitch rising.
See, like if I had to go back now and like think about it, I definitely thought you had, like, without giving away too much, I thought you had more Capricorn in your chart.
Just so you guys know, just because I talk to dead people does not mean I know all of the astrology stuff, and I'm trying to talk Shayla into doing an astrology class.
I'm trying to finish up my own class. I'm in skew. Okay.
I knew you were going to do that online. Oh my God, Melinda, I was thinking the same, but I have a doubt with Daniel. Ooh, Blay, what do you think Daniel is? Yeah, I'm talking in third person now.
Is that where we've gotten to in the life? I'm saying skew and you're talking in the third.
I'm going to skew. Oh my God. You guys, we're sober. I'm not wild.
This is caffeinated. That's all this is.
Melinda said same. So I will answer it. I am actually an Aries. Dun, dun, dun. Shayla, what are you?
I'm a Gemini here.
A Gemini. Woot woot.
But for the like astro peeps out there, I'm pretty sure you have an Aries stellium, but you have a Pisces rising, which is the part I was surprised about. I don't know what that means. That's okay. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Whole sign though, you are like a triple Aries. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I'm a Gemini sun, Libra moon, and Aries rising. Joanne says a Pisces and Leo. Wait, who's the Pisces and who's the Leo? Clearly I'm the Leo because I'm aggressive. You just called me aggressive a minute. I know, but... You call me aggressive about 15 times a day. Because you are. I had to tell her to calm down today. She was like, don't tell me what to do. And I was like, okay, bye. I love you. Oh my gosh. Circling back to, well, Shayla's healing is pissing people off. She does it to heal. Can you imagine? I would not even work with you. I would be terrified. Can we talk about something right quick, you guys? Can we talk about what a boundary truly is? Because again, that's another term that I hear. Like, that's my boundary. And it's like, listen, Michelle, if your name's Michelle, I'm not actually targeting you, just so we're clear. I feel Pisces and Aries with Daniel. Yeah. I definitely am an Aries. Mm-hmm. It's wild. That's all I know. Yeah. That's all I got. But no, so have you heard, like, that's my boundary. Mm-hmm. And what's so funny is my own, like, family members, because I remember getting into an argument and my dad called it, I'm really calling people out today. I don't give a shit. Yeah, it's the day for it.
literally was like, oh, there you go again with your political talk. I was like, my political talk? Because it literally said, okay, well, go ahead and tell me like your perspective, and then I'll tell you mine. And he flipped out and was like, there you go again, your political talk. And I was like,
having a perspective.
I was like, this is called a productive conversation that adults should be having. And he goes, see, you're doing it again, your political talk. And I was like, political?
What?
Yeah, I think he was trying to say like I have all like the right answers. I was like, no, this is called a productive adult. I was like, you know, I'm not doing this. You just want me to yell. And
yeah.
I'm getting off the phone. Can you imagine if we had minutes like we used to have on phone services? I'd be like, you know what? I just ran out of minutes. I gotta go. Yeah. I need that excuse. I needed it to come back. People are gonna be like, bitch, we've never had minutes. Like, or like you have to call me after 7 p.m.
Or 9.
Yeah. I like, what do you got? You got Sprint? I got Sprint too. Okay, we can talk all day. But I miss having that excuse. Like, ooh, you got Verizon. Sorry, you got to call me on Saturday, weekends.
Yep.
But truly, you guys, like, we have these, and like I was gonna say, like my family would be like, well, that's my boundary, and call me after 9 when it's free. See, Heather gets it. Call me after. I remember, and you were so cool if your plan offered 7 p.m. instead of 9.
Yep.
You were like, ooh, you have to wait till 9. And you would literally look down on people like,
Well, I mean, what else did you have back then?
Literally. Your little Motorola Razor.
Oh my God, razors.
Dude, I have my little like personal phone / work phone is the Samsung tablet. And I do love like, but you can't hang up on that. It's only when I'm done emailing.
I miss like being able to hang up on people, pushing the button, slamming the thing closed.
I ordered this to like my partner's mom's house because they live in Oregon, you know, no taxes because, you know, it was an expensive situation. And so she pre-opened it. It was playing with it. She's like, God, I missed my flip phone. And I was like, you do you, Kim. You do you. I love you. You save me money. Yeah. You can flip it. I literally was like, why is this open? And Jared was like, my mom was playing with like just opening and closing it. And I was like, that adds up. I was like, she got fingerprints all over it. Yeah. Damn, Kim, wipe it down. But boundaries, like if this happens, here's what I'm going to do to take care of myself, right? And again, like I was going to say, people start using like, that's my boundary. That's my boundary. And it's like, no, like for example, like you're not allowed to yell. The boundary is if we're yelling at each other, I'm going to step away from the conversation and we can come back to it when we're calmer. That's actually a boundary. Not, I'm going to pop off and you don't get to talk to me that way and that's my boundary. Like, no, Susan, like you just broke your own boundary, but you want me to respect it, but yet you can't even hold that boundary yourself.
Yeah, I was trying to impose rules on somebody else.
Yeah. No, like that's so gross. Like, and I don't like it. And again, when you were sitting here having an actual boundary, again, it's like, be prepared. It's also like, don't give like your own partner in a relationship a rule that like you're not even gonna follow. It's kind of like that. Like, don't put a boundary out there, and again, use it as like these are my boundaries, and you have to like abide by them. And it's like that's also called dictation. Yeah. Right. There's a difference between dictating and having a boundary. And boundaries truly don't have to be mean, right? A boundary controls your access to a situation, right? And it controls I'm so done. A boundary controls your access to a situation. Control tries to control another person's behavior. Yeah. And what's so funny is I've also had this one. You guys ready? I accept you, so you need to accept me. No.
It's going to be enough for me, dog.
Yeah. For that reason, I'm out. We're like Shark Tank all of a sudden. For that reason, I'm out. But no, and I got hit by that one too. And I was like, first off, you don't.
Sorry, you said I got hit by that one.
To do what?
You got hit by that one. I was just imagining it like a bat, you know?
It actually flabbergasted me when my own like parents said this to me, and they were like, I accept you. And I'm like, no, you don't. Because you're always like, well, I just wish you would date a woman. Like that.
What do they think the words that they're saying mean?
I'm like, that's so not confused. The same. Like, I accept you for all that you do, and I don't say anything. And it's like, no. So you need to accept me and for who I am. And it's like, I'm not going to allow you to continue to be mean and, you know, talk ish. Like, no, that's not a boundary. That's, again, dictation. But a boundary, like I said, controls your access to a situation. Control tries to control another person's behavior. And again, like, a boundary doesn't have to be mean. You can love somebody and have a boundary, and you can understand somebody and have a boundary. But you can forgive somebody and still decide they don't get the same access to you. Because forgiveness does not automatically restore access. And that's the thing that I've learned with certain, narcissistic people, is they think because I say, you know what, we can, move past this and move forward. You can come to the baby shower or the birthday party or whatever. Forgiveness does not automatically mean you get the same access to me before.
Yeah.
Like, no. Now it looks different because you've already burnt 77 bridges, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Probably not. But
Why, when you set a boundary, though, a healthy boundary, do people start getting so mad? So mad. Like, again, my dad. Yo, there you go again, your political talk. Like, no. What? Because if you've spent years having no boundaries and then instantly you're like, you know what? I'm going to let you talk first. I'm going to hear you out, and then I'm going to go. They're so used to, like, you being the easiest, like, cop out, right? And they're instantly, like, they don't even know what to say. Now they're just, like, throwing words out there.
right.
And then the moment you finally snap and then give them what they want, right? Then they're like, see, they don't respect my boundary. It was all a lie. And it's like, no. But maybe sometimes there's genuinely confused. They're genuinely confused the entire relationship because it's how it's been operated.
Yeah.
And one way you've been doing something for several years, then all of a sudden you're changing up the rules, right? That doesn't mean abandon your boundary. It means communication matters.
Yeah.
Right? And a healthy boundary doesn't require somebody to have to instantly like it, right?
Right.
Or, again, the dictation. Like, this is my boundary. A healthy boundary doesn't require somebody else to like it in order for it to be valid. But also, somebody being hurt by your boundary doesn't automatically mean that they're manipulating you. That's the other part we have to try to keep a, like, wise mind about, right? Both things can exist at once. Your boundary can be necessary. Their feelings can be necessary, right? And they can be real. But that's where the emotional maturity part comes in, where you have to go, you know what? You're reacting like a broken 6-year-old, and I can see that, and I can understand that, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give in. And it doesn't mean I'm going to love you less. It just means I'm going to let you cool down, and then we can talk about this later. But sometimes we don't get the additional phone call later. Yeah. I have somebody in my life, and unfortunately they are going to have my twins, kind of suffer from their actions, because instantly during any argument, this individual is like, and let me guess, I'm just not going to be able to see the kids or come to the birthday or be a part of X, Y, and Z. And it's like, literally, you're the first one to always say that. And that's your trauma. And I can see that because that's what's happened. Again, mixed family. I can see it all the time. And literally, even my partner has been like, no, you were the only one that has said that. Mind you, I've even sent because my twins turn 1 next Saturday. Can you believe it, you guys? They're so grown. Dash is walking. So now it's not just David. I haven't even told Shayla yet. So both of them are now walking, and my house looks like a child daycare jungle gym because we literally bought mats and like shoved them all over the floor and put them under the couches, and they have their whole like jungle gym in the living room. I just literally live on the couch.
Yeah.
Just being the babies. I feel like sometimes, what is that? What are they called? Oh my God, brain. Where they're swimming and you're just watching people swim. Lifeguard. That's what I feel like. I sit on the couch on like the lifeguard, like when they fall. Like, do they break something? Do we pick them back up? That's all a parent's job is being a lifeguard. You can't be on your phone too much. You always got to have one eye on them.
Yeah.
You can barely go to the bathroom. What a life. But no, so truly, like, this individual is so quick to be like, this is my punishment, and like instantly jumps to conclusions. And it's like, no. The boundary is you're not allowed to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. I specifically asked you, I literally said this. I was like, you didn't respect my wishes. And instantly this person was like, oh, so now I don't respect you. I'm like, no, you don't. That's literally the definition here. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's, now I can't go to the birthday party and I'm not going to be around and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're the only one that did that. And I still sent this person an invitation. So that way at the end of the day, again, we have boundaries. That doesn't mean that you, because I send the invite, that you get to have instant access that you think you had before. Mm-hmm. But that also doesn't mean that if you show up, things are going to go back to how you want it. So you have to respect this new boundary.
Yeah.
So again, when you are healing, you might end up pissing people off, and that's okay. But you have to go into that maturity mind, and that's what we're like getting to here is it does take, and I hate this word, but this truly is like a trigger word, but it does take the bigger person, the mature person, the healed person to take a step back and go, you know what, where are they coming from? Mm-hmm. I'm not accepting it. I'm not okay with it. I see it. Mm-hmm. This is still going to be my boundary. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that this is how you're reacting and that's your go-to because of your past trauma. Mm-hmm. But I'm also not going to sit here and cave into it because now you're throwing a temper tantrum and not getting the same access to me. Mm-hmm. And that's honestly, you guys, what we're saying here tonight is when we go through healing and we go through progressing and leveling up, it's okay to outgrow. It's okay to say no. It's okay to rock the boat because if you continue doing the same thing, you're not going to grow. And growth does not come from comfortability. It doesn't come from doing the same thing over and over again. And let me tell you, your body truly will chime in and it will sometimes tell you before your mind does. So listen to your body. If it doesn't feel right and you're like, no, and your body's reacting or you're getting like kind of shaky because you feel yourself kind of going back into that energy that you've been working on or healing from, listen to that because discernment asks questions. Fear demands an answer immediately. Yeah. So sit with that. Ask yourself, like my intuition says that this person is bad, and then you end up asking, what am I actually feeling? Where do I feel it? What happened immediately before I felt it? And does this feeling come from something happening now, or does it remind me of something that happened before? Mm-hmm. And that's where you can start getting into more of that mature mind, right? Do you have anything to add?
I was actually going to see, did you see Blaze's comment?
No, I didn't.
It was like right in line with what you were saying.
Oh, Blay, can we throw that on the screen, Ryan? Blay says, when I finally set up my boundaries, I realized that I don't feel drained when I'm around people or crowds. That was life-changing. Yay! Yeah. And again, mature mind, right? You didn't just do, oh, let me set this boundary, and what if other people don't like me, or what if I can't do X, Y? No, you went into it. You noticed how you felt. You noticed that your body and your soul reacted positive to this new change, and that's growth. I love it. I love it when you guys are validating things. It truly is my favorite. But the other thing is the overcorrection phase of healing. There is that aspect as well. Yeah. So sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I see it within myself. I see it sometimes within Shayla because we're like, don't effing call me. Like or whatever you need, I'm there. Like there's no in between. Yeah. There's like, whatever you need, I got you. Then it's like, don't ever call me again. Yeah. Or what was today? I'm going to punch you in the teeth. Like, what? Yeah. And I literally was like, okay. But that's the part of learning, you guys. And that's the overcorrection, right? And sometimes we overcorrect and sometimes we become hyper independent because dependence hurts us. Yeah. And sometimes we stop trusting anybody because trusting the wrong person also hurts us. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we end up confusing being guarded with being healed. And I want you guys to grab a little pen, grab a little notebook, and remember this, that the opposite of people pleasing isn't becoming someone who doesn't care about people. The goal is not no one feelings matters but mine, right? That's, oh, everyone's gaslighting me because now I'm hurt. No. Yeah. It's your feelings matter. but mine do too. And I think that's the disconnect like that I have with, you know, my parent dynamic, like truly. Their feelings matter and I get it. I get where they're coming from. I get their past trauma, but also you're not hearing to how I'm feeling. And it's not conducive and it's not mixing well because again, that other party isn't mature mind enough to go, you know what? Literally, I had this person flat out go, yeah, I did this, this, and this because I'm a messed up person. So, and I'm like, do you hear that statement?
I've heard that before.
How crazy psychotic do you just want to flip a table and be like, 2 + 2 = 4. You being rude, being the problem equals fix it.
Right.
Not 2 + 2 = 4. I'm the problem. So what?
Yeah.
Why are we mad at me? And it's like, did you not?
Did you recognize that you're the problem?
Literally, I had to do a step-by-step process. And I'm like, and I literally had to be like, shut up. Yes or no? And they're like, but. And I was like, no, yes or no.
Yeah.
Did this person not say, well, they did, but. And I go, no, there's no but. You ended up creating that in your head. Well, yeah, because I'm a hurt person. And I was like, 2 + 2 = 4. What? And I'm like, I literally got off that phone call and I was like, am I dead?
Yeah.
Is this what hell is a mind game?
Yeah.
Because I don't do puzzles.
Yeah.
I truly was, to this day, I'm like, what?
It has broken my brain a couple times.
Isn't that just so baffling? How many of you guys have gone through this where you're like, somebody literally says, yes, I pushed them down the stairs. Yes, I was mad, but I shouldn't be punished for it because I'm a broken person. And why are you mad at me for doing it? And you're like, bitch, what? Is this opposite day? Am I being punked? Did that get rebooted? Like, where? Ashton Kutcher, where are you?
Yeah.
Like, that, to literally thinking about it again, mad. It's just so baffling. And the mature mind in me had to walk away and just be like, you know what? Control freak in me wants to be like, let's write this down. You are the problem. Repeat it. You're the problem. Actions have consequences. Yes, I understand that. But there's no buts. But then the human side of me is like, the healed medium side, the gay side of me wants to be like, bitch, let's do the math together. The medium side is like, you know what? That's their own drama. And that's what you guys have to remember and hold on to and go back into is that mature mind. Because instead of calling it the healed mind or the spiritually evolved one, right? Because that becomes so gimmicky and so trendy. Let's talk about the mature mind because that means you've grown up. And that's what this life is for and what this school of life is for, is about growing and evolving. So there's no more sitting on the fence, you guys, right? Healing equals maturity. People who don't take accountability, we block their phone numbers. I think that was the lesson here today. Feels good to me.
No, I like that one.
Or burn it down. Just kidding. Go.
For legal purposes, that was a joke.
Yeah. Daniel Monroe Co. LLC is not responsible. All of a sudden we have like this little, like we do on medication, little disclaimers. But truly, you guys, we want to hear from you even after this live, after this podcast. Let us know in the comments down below. We always love going back and listening. So make sure you guys share this and stuff. But I want you guys to remember, your higher self isn't the version of you who never gets triggered, right? That's not real. It's the version of you who can get triggered and still ask, what is this trying to teach me? And maybe that's the real question for all of us to remember tonight. Are you becoming more you through healing, or are you just building better walls? Because protecting your heart matters and protecting your energy matters. Having boundaries matter, but so does compassion and communication and accountability. And your healing era isn't about becoming untouchable or unbreakable. It's about becoming self-aware enough to know when to say no, when to walk away, and when you have the uncomfortable conversations, and when to admit, okay, maybe I was the problem. And that's the true healing and heals, honey. Truly. All right, you guys, if you are in Vancouver, Washington, Battleground, Portland metro area, and you want to see Daniel Monroe live or see spirit messages in real time or come and get a message, come and check out tomorrow night's Cocktails in Spirit. We also have that amazing free Claire's class that is on my school website, on my academy website, on my website. How many times do I want to say website? Jesus.
On your website.
On my website at mediumdanielmonroe.com under the school page. That's what my brain was trying to get to. Literally, honey, lifeguard mind, right? But go and check it out. It's 100% free. It's discovering your clairs to help you guys that's the number one question I get asked all the time. And literally, we now include this multi-video course in all of my upcoming courses. So go check that out. Go get tickets for literally the handful of added tickets because it already sold out Sunday and we already added more tonight. So there's only 5 more tickets left see you tomorrow, Christina. Hey. And for those of you who want a little sneak peek into tomorrow and who are coming, you want to increase your chances of having your loved one pop in, bring an item, something that you can, keep in your purse or keep in your pocket. What ends up happening is psychometry. So maybe spirit will bring it up and I get to hold on to it. But that's the beauty of bringing in their essence and their energy. Or if you are listening tonight and you're coming tomorrow and you don't have an item, just put the intention out there and tell spirit and your spirit peeps in the spirit world and say, hey, I want you to bring up X, Y, and Z, or I really need closure on X, Y, and Z, and I really need healing with this situation. And a lot of times that puts that love space and that heart space into what spirit needs to bring up. And a lot of times they answer it. That's why I love having like my private readings, and they always write down a list of questions. And at the end, they pull out their question list and they're like, answer that one, answer that one, answer that one, because they put that energy out there and spirit knows, honey. Spirit knows. All right, you guys, thank you for joining. We will be live again next Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Please share, like, even if you aren't in the Vancouver area. But if you know people for tomorrow night's added tickets, go and send it, share it, write positive reviews, do all of the positive things out there. And we love you guys. And remember to always love yourself and to be yourself and hold on to having a mature mind. And we will see you guys next week. Mwah. Good night, you guys.